Ah, America, land of the brave and home of the free.
For me, I just like to have this image of people being like, USA.
Donald Trump.
Fat people.
Freedom, freedom, and freedom.
People do what they want to do.
And then there's us, the internationals, coming to Vassar is a time of many cultural misunderstandings and barriers.
I just didn't get
What
it.
you call a lift an elevator.
I'm so upset that I like offended this person.
How do you adapt to a culture that thinks football should be played with your hands, and when you use the term faffing about, you sound like you're talking about boyhood masturbation? Let's find out.
I think one of the first things kind of coming in that's shocking is, to a lot of internationals, is it's easy to talk to people. People are a lot more approachable.
But also, because they were so friendly, I assumed that like we were friends. So I'd be like, this person will be really friendly to me in class, and then outside of class, like they would just ignore me, and I'm like, oh my god, I have a friend, and they're not really, because they're just nice. Which is the opposite in Georgia, because they're not nice in the beginning, but then once they're nice, they're your friends.
They're kind of surprised by the way that I don't do small talk sometimes, and I think I do.
Do I stop? Do I talk to you? Do I keep walking? Okay, I'll just go. Bye.
So sometimes people take that as like being rude, but I'm not really not trying to be rude.
In England, we're just a lot less expressive and forward with what we're saying.
My Austrian ways are a little bit more like direct and honest, and they can like seem a little bit rough as well.
Like just a basic thing. If I source someone and they're going, how are you doing? And I go, oh, all right. In English, in like back home, that I mean I'm doing good. But I think in America, like if you're doing good, you're like, I'm doing great, like really, like with a massive smile, like.
I felt like it was a lot more easy to approach people in international orientation, just because we all kind of knew that we all came from a different place. So that was always like a good place to start a conversation.
During international orientation itself, we were like, we're so different. And then like after freshman orientation, we're like, wait, but we're so similar. Like, cause everyone else is so much more different.
I fit in to like a 90%, and then there's like that 10% where like the humor is different, or like it's a language barrier, but like in a sense that I feel that I have a different sense of humor or approach in Spanish, and I can't communicate that in English, even if I have all the words available. So there's this thing that it's hard to describe. That's like, it's subtle, but there is this barrier.
Everyone walks out in a towel, like you can't do that in India. No matter how small the bathroom space is, you change and then you exit fully clothed. I still find that a little weird.
Similar, I mean, coming from an all-girls boarding school to gender-neutral bathrooms was huge.
I used to get up at 5 a.m. to shower because I just couldn't do it. I love it now, but in the beginning I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I don't think my parents are still comfortable with me using a gender-neutral bathroom. My mom was here once, end of my freshman year, and she wanted to use the bathroom, and I was like, oh, it's down the hall. And then she was like, it's gender-neutral. I was like, yeah. She didn't go there. I took her to the library.
I just don't tell them about that stuff. I try to like ease into it and be like feminism, and they'll just be like, no, we're just not interested in this.
I remember, people asking me here like, oh, what sports do you play? And I was like, oh, I used to play hockey. And they're like, no way, that's really cool. We're standing in this group, and then someone walks by and they're like, yo guys, did you know Tim plays ice hockey? Like in Africa? I was like, what? No, field hockey. It's like, no ice, we don't know shit.
I was talking to somebody and I told them about how, I'm really excited to watch cricket and something about cricket, and then they're like, oh, that's awesome, yeah. And they're like, can you explain one thing to me? I was like, sure. They're like, how do you play with an insect?
I usually start with, it's like baseball, but it's not like baseball at all. Yeah. And it upsets me that actually people would stoop so low to say that cricket is even moderately like baseball.
Right. I mean, people don't even know what cricket is.
Sometimes language things can be a barrier, and even like in England there are some words that you'd say there, and if you say them here, people sort of double take and aren't really sure what you said. Like I say, what's the one that really get like faffing around.
Like it took me a while to understand like that was sick. Like the expression that's sick. It's like, I just didn't get it.
Actually, that expression I also struggled with in high school when I first heard it. I was like, what do you mean, is it sick? Like gross? Like, I don't know.
If you're like faffing around, you're not really doing anything of meaning. You're just sort of
Oh, you're here. I'm gonna explain it with another one. You're pottering around.
So what have we learned this week, kids? Faffing actually isn't masturbation. It's good for you. Faff away.
Mein Name ist Daniel Zapadon. Ich bin geboren und aufgewachsen in Wien, in Österreich.
मैं और ठीक हूँ मैं उनसे कुछ मसाला शीता और साकर पोलिका
मेरा नाम आद्या है मैं इंडिया से हूँ
Je m'appelle Jean-Sébastien, je viens de Paris.
My name is Shiv and I'm from Calgary, Alberta, which is in western northern Canada.
Hi, I'm Flora Crichton Stewart. I am American born, but am